Hi everyone. So welcome to my channel again. This video will be about Indian philosophy. I don't know much about Indian philosophy, so I won't. This won't be a long video at all, but it will be an introduction. I'll start taking a look at Indian philosophy more often, and with time, I'm going to have a decent amount of knowledge about it. So one of the things I want to do in this project is to, just like in the other languages that I like, I want to do reading about the Indian languages, or at least Sanskrit, in this channel. So I plan to read Bhagavad Gita uh, with uh, with focusing only on the Sanskrit, and I want to read the Upanishads and other religious texts. And we'll take a look even at not religious texts in Sanskrit, because I love Sanskrit in general. So it's good enough. So it's good enough for me. Like, it doesn't need to be a religious text. But this will be about this first video, and this section will technically be about Indian philosophy, or at least Indian civilization in general. And so I really want to focus on that. Um, and with time, who knows what I will be able to do. Maybe I'll find some good contacts in India. And Yeah, maybe some good Indian YouTubers will give me a hand and help me out improving this channel. Who knows? The same thing, hopefully, with Greek, Italian, and Icelandic YouTubers. Who knows? But yeah, this video is not supposed to be long, so I'll end it soon. But then the thing that you have to understand about Indian philosophy is that it is many thousands of years long. It's kind of like Greek philosophy. You have a lot of important people. One of the most important people in Indian philosophy has to be Panini. Panini is the father of grammar, so he's not really big on philosophy, but the fact that he did such an important treaty about the the Sanskrit language makes him important, because if people were to forget Sanskrit, then how could the philosophers write using Sanskrit? So I'm sure they would probably not forget it, because it's such a special and important language to Indians and even to non-Indians, because Sanskrit is just so awesome. However, we have to understand that without Panini, a lot of what we know about Sanskrit wouldn't be known as well. So Panini and other grammarians are amazing, and thanks for keeping the language healthy and for us to learn more about this language. So that is all for today. The first video is basically about small discussion about Panini. Panini was an ancient Indian scholar, and particularly grammarian, that did an amazing treaty, or various treaties even. I'm not so good on that, about Sanskrit, one of the most important languages in the world, along with ancient Greek, Old Norse, Latin, and uh, Farsi, especially Old Persian, Middle Persian as well, and other languages like Old Chinese, Middle Chinese, Gog Turkish, if you want to mention it, would also be important, because it's one of the many roots of the Turkic languages. So, yes, there's a lot of important languages here that we could talk about. I think I'm going to do sooner or later an episode about me reading a Turkish book, or even a full series, depending on how big the book I choose. I'll probably choose a classic. Eventually, I'll also learn how to read Chinese, so I'll be able to start reading the Three Kingdoms sooner or later on that. If I don't do that, sorry. Like, it's not really obligatory for me to do it. I just would like to entertain you guys with some good materials, not just uh, casual entertainment. So that's all for today. For now, see you later.